So we're talking about, we're talking about Porsche again, and obviously still, so I apologize. Perhaps the most striking feature of Porsche in the late 1980s was its craft culture, which went far beyond the norms of Mercedes and other big German engineering-based industrial firms. From the early days, Porsche had stressed its craftsmanship, and many workers had craft skills migrated to Porsche from the larger firms in reaction to the introduction of de-skilled, high-speed, mass production operations with short work cycles. As a result, the skill level on the floor was truly extraordinary, and Porsche, unlike other big German engineering firms, had almost no recent changes in their system. In the late 1980s, nearly 80% of Porsche's employees in the engine shop and 54% of the workers in the assembly hall had completed the rigorous 3-year German apprenticeship program. Its craftsmen were organized in hierarchical layers, just like the rest of the organization. Primary workers reported to work group leaders, who reported to foremen, who reported to group foremen in each work area. Porsche's management stressed long work cycles, typically 12 to 15 minutes, and workers could take pleasure in seeing much of the product come together. In the early years, it was even possible for one worker to assemble a whole engine and sign it. The practice, while not the norm, continued to be ideal for most Porsche workers. Unfortunately, much of the craft work was Buddha. For a start, the factory was not closely involved in designing the product, so Porsche designs were high in performance but very low on manufacturability. Far from protesting, the skilled workers resolutely shouldered the burden of making unmakeable designs, often by means of lengthy adjustments and fitting of parts. I apologize about all that. All right, so think about it. So craftsman, it's great to have a craft, but then obviously you're specific to that one thing, right? So then you become so good at it, you have no way to fix it. It's what your subjectivity of what you think is a quality product also. So when I'm making it, I think this is great. Kenny might think it's terrible, right? It might perform, but it could be better. So it's always subjective. So by having the craftsman part of it, then you just have no standardized work to it. And that's why they went 44 years before they made a non-defect car.